Well, good morning, boys and girls. Well, it's morning here in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, proper. And we're gonna do some yoga. Gonna go a little mellow today, I think. Yeah, just kind of, it's what I need. You know, I don't wanna be too beat up for tomorrow's Sunday. James Campbell, dude, how are you, sir? So, yeah, you know, I'm tight in places I didn't expect to be tight today. Craig, Shane, Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Gonna wave to you. Think. So how's that sound? Terry Walker. I knew you'd be right there, Terry. Such a star. Leah, how are you, Leah? Another Paragon graduate, superstar, super fantastic gal. Stefan and Diana and Tamay, of course. Tamay is here. Of course, she's here. There's a shot of her climbing a rope in my backyard. There she goes. She's up there. Dan McCourt. How are you, buddy? Barry. How are you, Barry? Got a wave, man. I'm waving to you. Let me get this camera sort of phone. Let me see if that's centered back there. Well, we'll mess with it in a minute. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock right now, according to my... Actually, 11:02. Anne Marie, well, you guys, we had our announcement yesterday, and I know it was a lot, you know, but is what it is, and boy, that expression's been ruined forever, hasn't it? I just, Greg McCann, dude, Barry and Greg, and everybody's here, but we're really, really excited. I got to shoot some more workouts so we can have all of them in there for you guys. That's coming up very soon. Very exciting. We have some new cast members and people that you know, and maybe a couple of fresh faces. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But super excited. So it's all good. Much like what's in here. You're gonna give me some giddy up. Yeah, it's you know, there's so much to do, man. It's just crazy. You know, having been with Beachbody for 20 years, I had no idea how much effort goes into this stuff. And it's a little scary, I won't lie to you, but we're busting our butt, man. And the team is great. It's such hardworking youngsters, because, you know, I'm the old man in the equation. But I do know in the end that you're going to get a hell of a product, you know, and I think you're really going to dig it. And Catherine Claypool, what? Fresh faces? I wonder who they are. You're funny. I'll be a fresh face. I'll be your Huckleberry. You know, because of cost stuff, it's got to be local people. You know, it's got to be people that are right here in the hood, and we've got rehearsals and all these different things. So I think in beta 2, and certainly in the last one, you know, you guys are probably aware that there'll be equations and contests and things so that some of you will be eligible to actually be in the final product, which, you know, it's not a lot of folks. It's going to be a super, super fantastic grand prize sort of thing. You know what I mean? We fly you up and we put you out and we feed you, and then you're on the set, you rehearse, and you're obligated to be here for, you know, about 4 or 5 days, which isn't horrible. But that'll be, you know, down the road, of course. I sprung out of bed last night and I pinched a nerve and caused inflammation in a lumbar disc. What in the world? So let me finish this little thing and then put a recovery, and then we go. All right. I'd like to just chat with you all for about an hour. Wouldn't that be nice? Just sit back. Hey, grab a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and we'll just chat. No, I was kidding about that cigarette part. Love your workouts, P90X Hardcore. Thank you very much. Can we get in Dublin? Maybe. Mark, you will be as eligible from Dublin, Ireland as anybody from Long Beach, California. What does the number one person on the leaderboard get? Oh, you know, a hug. That'll be I haven't done too many of those with people I don't know lately. I'll be there in didgeridoo spirit. No cigs. That's funny. I am in the house. I'm in my gym, technically, actually. Brian Van Wielden! Where's Van Sluten Van Wielden? See, you guys are so funny. I see Van Wielden, and there's also Van Sluten. Van Sluten was here for the Paragon event, And when I see the two of them, my brain goes to crap and I get confused. But Brian Van Wielden, now last time I think Van Sluten was here and I asked him about his roof and he goes, my roof is fine. Why are you asking? Like, what's with my roof? And it was really Brian Van Wielden's roof that got torn up in that crazy storm in Iowa. So that's it. Fran. Petoskey's here, all the way from Hawaii. Oh, Hawaii. Why don't we all live in Hawaii? I mean, it just seems like it would make sense, doesn't it? Because it's ridiculous in Hawaii. I lived in Hawaii for 3 years as a young boy. Cape Cod up there, sure. Oh, say hi to the Kennedy clan up there in Hyannisport. Yeah, up there on Cape Cod. I got family up there, sure. Yeah, you know, eat that lobster up there. Been there the whole life, not yet. I'm going into Maine now. Yeah, it's kind of Maine, a little bit more exaggerated. Now I think I'm going into Forrest Gump. Oh my gosh. Why am I in a good mood? Holy crap. I woke up this morning. Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Pawtucket! You know, it's Pawtucket. It's Pawtucket, Rhode Island here. Sure! Have a cup of coffee up there. Have some beers with your friends down there and over there. Here and there and over there. The old homeland. So many memories of when I was a boy. I'll just do bits. I'm just gonna sit here and do accents. What do you want? What do you want? Texas? I'll give you Texas if you want. Down in Texas, not a problem. Now I have gone Forrest Gump. Where is he from? I don't know where he's from. There's Texas, DFW. Alberta, Canada, you know, up there, yeah. Oh. North Carolina, North Carolina, just fine. Idaho, I don't think there's a nice accent in Idaho. I don't think you guys are allowed to have one. I don't think they have one in Idaho, do they? Narragansett, you're from Narragansett, right there next to the University of Rhode Island over there. Sure. Oh, yeah. I do it every time. You look so happy. I don't know, man. I'm stressed out of my mind. That's why I do yoga with you guys. 343 of you. Well, I don't know how many of you are about to do some yoga. I'm going to put some water in here, and then we're going to go, and then we're going to do Ann Kearns Furs Blaine. Ann Kearns Furs Blaine. Ann, when are you going to change your name? Isn't it Blaine now? Why do you still have Ann Kearns? You have like 18 names now. Ann Kearns Furs Blaine, Smith, Johnson, Gewürztraminer. Ann Kearns Furs Blaine was a cheerleader at Trumbull High School in 1976. I think also 1975. And she was one of the cool girls, you know what I mean? Like I was the dork in the corner walking through the hallways. I hope nobody beats me up today. Tony Horton, super dork. And but Ann Kearns Furs was cheerleader. Like, oh, there's Ann over there. She was cool. And Ann, is it our 45th high school reunion? Is that what it's like? What are we, 110 years old now? What in the freaking holy smokes? Help, she writes. I missed you. Can we go skiing again, Ann? Let's go skiing again this year somehow, where they have a mountain where you don't have to sit on a chairlift next to a stranger right here. What's your name? Oh, God. Yeah, I was a dork. You know I was a dork. There was the inner circle in Trumbull High School. The inner circle. Here's where I was. I was over here. I was out here somewhere in that circle. And occasionally they let me in. Like, oh, and then I would go, what's he doing here? And then outside of that circle I went. 45 years, Ann. 45 years. Oh, my God. I'm not old. I'm telling you, I'm not old. You know why? Because I'm about to do some yoga. So let's go. You ready to go? Let's get the timer and rock and roll this thing. And you gonna do it? And yes, we're ski. What's it? Yes, ski wear my good bra. What? You guys are all welcome. I mean, we usually have our annual Jackson Hole ski trips, so you guys save your nickels, dimes, and quarters. And you know, we max out at 30 people. It's a very intimate, super amazing thing. And we haven't set the date yet because of some kind of a pandemic or something. I don't know what's going on. That's what I've heard. Anyway, and I could see us all in a gondola. You know what I mean? With like, I look like Darth Vader going up the mountain. Juan Urgiaga. Juan. It's not about muscles today, but Yasmin. There's Yasmin. I've been waiting for you, honey. I'm going to wave to you. Another Paragon grad, superstar. Hope Michael's well. Aging is for people who are not willing to put the time and effort into slowing it down. AKA, not the brightest people in the world. That's another way to put it. Greg, come ski with me, dude. Come on, man. All right. You want to do some yoga? I don't really want to do it. I'm going to lie to you. Not really. You head to the campground. We'll do some up dogs at the campground. All right. So just listening. He's just listening to me. All right. There's a pandemic. Jennifer, that is funny. Yeah, you need a sense of humor about this thing, I'll tell you. You know what I mean? All right. I think I've done procrastinating. It's 11:11. Gotta go. All right, kids. Let me fill this up with a little agua. Richard, dude, what's up? I'm going to wave to you, man. How are you, my old friend? Good to see you in here. Glenn Dorian, nice. Let's do some yoga, you guys. I know there's a few of you here, not just watching. A few of you actually. And it doesn't matter because we're here. You all, whether it's 2 or 340 of you. Rhonda, saying hello to you. Going to wave. I'm doing it because I got to do it because I understand the importance of it because it's the glue, right? Yoga's the glue to everything else. It ain't just about lifting weights and cardio. Sorry, it's not 1970. It's not 19-nothing. This is the future. Ben Mandeville, another Paragon star. Good to see you, dude. I don't remember everybody from the Paragon. I mean, sometimes I don't remember, but I think I know a lot of you. Andy Smith. Andy Smith is here. What? Andy Smith. Andy has all the information he ever needed in his life now. Andy and I had a little conversation. Andy has it all, dude. You got the people, you got the book, you got the stuff. You're going to be stronger and more fantastic than me in like a matter of hours. All right, everybody. From Florida. Florida doesn't really have an accent. Florida is like the melting pot of the United States. Like the world comes to America, and then America goes to Florida. Isn't that weird? My parents did. A lot of them come to Cali, some go to Arizona. I keep talking, and I need to be doing yoga, so let's go. Oh, stiff as a board. As a board. Fill her up. Okay, all right, okay. Water goes there. Glasses come off. Shoes, bye-bye. My shoes, 1 and 2. Let's see if my location is ideal. Oh, I'm right on top of you, aren't I? I'm gonna back up just a hair. Oh. Feel good? Feel right? Ding. Dong. The witch is dead. The wicked witch. That chick, she's a bitch. All right, so, timer. Let me do that. Look how organized I'm not today. Oh, get that mat just right. We are on. All right, everybody. Set that intention. What is it? Who are you? Where are you going? This is not my beautiful wife. This is not my beautiful house. So just breathe and stuff, you know? Here's my intention today. I feel like I'm still too close. Should I turn this up? I don't know. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. I should have done that already. Oh, that feels better. I'm not going to take this seriously today. You know what I mean? I'm going to move. I'm going to groove. I'm going to try to be present. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to get my yoga block. So if you don't have a yoga block, then I would get it like I'm getting mine. Da, 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 da. September 5th. How did that happen? Okay, am I done screwing around? Am I done? All right, so just stand up, sort of relaxed. You know, you want to be tall here, but don't force it. Just close your eyes, man. You can be here if you want to be more reverent. You can put your hands in prayer. Take some breaths. You know, one of the lessons that I need for myself, and maybe some of you will be able to relate to this, is I still have to learn to be okay with the state of affairs within myself and around me. And 98.7% of the time, I am not okay with the state of affairs within me and around me. It's not like I'm in some kind of deep, profound turmoil about it. It's just that I kind of wish I had more energy and I felt better and I had less aches and pains and I had more money in the bank and I had less stress, and I wish people would behave better than they do, and I have all these expectations of how things should go, and most of the time it's not close. It's just I'm tired and freaked out, or you know, and the things going on around me are just screwed up, and it pisses me off. But I mean, I can't, you know, I can change me, but I can't really necessarily do much around me. Like people are asking, hey, my wife isn't doing what I'm doing, or hey, my kids are not exercising, and I try to, you know, and they fight me tooth and nail. You know, the worst kind of advice to give is the kind that's never been asked for in the first place, because your greatest intentions are received with resentment. And so you're trying to improve the situation, but you're really creating conflict. Like, oh, whoa, that's heavy, man. But it's true. So what do you need to do within yourself? There's an ant on my leg. That I can fix. I just go like that. It's out of here. I don't know. It's out of here. So that's why you do yoga, man. It's physical, it's mental, and it's emotional, all at once. Right? And there's strength, and there's balance, and there's flexibility, and there's the mindfulness part, which is what I'm talking about. And by the way, this right here, this is part of the class. This little tutorial about life, about yoga. So, more breathing. Four minutes in. But we're going to turn up the volume, trust me, a little bit here. So, you can drop your arms, super mellow. Roll your head. Oh, let's check what's going on there. Nice and tall, though. Feel the weight of your head. Feel what's going on your neck here. Don't push your head down left or right. Just relax. Watch for the shoulders. They rise. We don't want that. We just want to stay relaxed. You can roll it back if you want. You don't have to here. For some people, that's not ideal. Oh, God. So, you know, a lot of you know that I've got the vestibular hypofunction as a result of having the Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, and I got shingles in my ear 3 years ago, October. And that vestibular hypofunction thing comes and it goes, and there's no rhyme or reason, and it's just my thing. It's kind of a form of PTSD, and, you know, I've come to accept that, and I don't like it. I'm not telling you I like it. I can accept it, but I don't like it. And now, bring your chin to your chest and head up and roll the shoulders. Back, back, back. And like today, right now as I stand, a 10 means I can't get out of bed, which I haven't had in 2.5 years. But occasionally I get a 4 or a 5, which means I can function. I can stand here and talk to you. But everything is, you know what I mean? balance is terrible. But you know, nobody can tell. But there's this sort of this internal trauma that's a pain in my ass. Let's go the other way. And that's what I got today. And I don't know why I'm telling you that, but it's true. So, like everything is like this little weird, you know. And those of you that have Ramsay-Hunt syndrome and get vestibular hypofunction, and a lot of guys that go to war, you know, Afghanistan, Iraq, and there's a IED that blows up next to them, and maybe they don't lose a limb, but there's the concussion of it that causes the same thing. You know what I mean? Let's go in front here. And when I was going to rehab years ago, I would see guys in the waiting room, you know, that were former Afghanistan, Iraqi guys that got blown up. And we all walked like we were, you know, we were pretty screwed up, you know. So that's why I go to rehab, so you get to improve that. So today's a little weird, and maybe the yoga will help, maybe it won't. I don't know, but I'm not here, so. That was probably TMI, all of that. Back. You can see where I am, trying to pull the arms away, shoulders are back. Doing a lot of talking today, don't know why. Good, now inhale. Up, your feet are probably hip distance apart. You're reaching up nice and tall, you're plugging the fingers into the sky, right? Squeeze your butt cheeks together, watch my booty here. Ready, watch. You do the same thing. Doink! See, relax this little curve in my back here, and then doink! So my butt disappears, pelvis is forward, arms are back, and then now here I'm gonna work on my balance. Get up on my toes here, nice and tall. Just get up on those toes, feel that. Calves engaged, nice and tall. You can even look up if you want. Looking up, which is harder for me. Bring the heels down, bring the hands to prayer. Step the feet a little wider than your mat. You know, maybe a few inches wider. Inhale up. We're in the groove, man. I'll tell you, the breath and the movement, it just takes you out of your funk zone. And then hang down, and you can round the back out. You can bend your knees. You don't have to make this pretty at all. All right, you can look between your legs, and I just want you to rock and roll here a little bit. And as you rock and roll left and right, you can bend one knee, right? So I'm rocking to the right, I'm straightening the left, and I'm rocking to the left, and I'm straightening the right here. So it's just sort of that, a little bit, waking up the lower back, the glutes, the hamstring. And then you don't want to look forward, that's kind of a drag on your neck, so just kind of look down. Right here. 8 minutes in. Just rocking, you know, just trying to wake some stuff up here. And then now I want you to straighten both legs, place your hands on your shins below your knees, and then now see if you can straighten three things actually. Leg right, leg left, and your back. Right, so you want straight lines from your ankles to your hips to your shoulders. I got a mirror here. And so here's what I want you to do to really sort of accentuate the stretch in the hamstrings. You're really thinking about trying to arch your back. Some of you can just naturally flatten it. You think flat and it goes flat. Others can't flatten it really. And so I want you to think arching, like trying to create a curve in your back, and that will probably get it flatter. That makes sense? And then now, what I want you to do is, with your back as flat as possible, do a little pumpers, like you see what I'm doing here, right? So I'm really working, and I'm just going to go up and down. Here I have my hands on my shins, and as you go down, notice the extra hamstring stretch here. If you're round, right? If my back is round, I don't know if you can see me. You might want to look up. If your back is round and you're doing it, you don't feel it in your hamstrings. But if you really work at flattening your back, and you just do these little pumps, you can put your hands anywhere, just, you know, whatever is comfortable, above or below your knees. But these little up and down, little kind of mini ballistic stretch here, right? You're pushing your knees back, you're flexing your knees. Man, do I feel that right here in the center of my hamstrings. Flat back, straight legs. Good, and then now keep the legs straight if you can and collapse, and now you get to round the back out. Look between your legs, and with your legs straight, best you can, I want you to rock your shoulders over your toes. All right? Just like that. And if this is too hard, you know, I have my fingers on the ground. Some of you, you know, old school, fold the forearms, put the forehead on the forearms, and rock. That takes the weight off your hands and adds more general weight to the stretch. Just back and forth here. Man, I feel the hell out of that thing. I feel that above my knees and behind my knees, right there, super tight.
Yes, indeed. Now we're going to separate the feet even more. Wider, wider. We're going to go into that side stretch. So again here, don't overthink it. Let's just be fun and make this casual. Even though I went into a whole tutorial about my Ramsay Hunt syndrome. You get the real me, man. You don't get any kind of filtered, high production baloney. It's not like anybody who's watching doesn't know exactly what I'm going through. So I'm pushing my knee over my ankle, right? I'm going to feel that more in my adductor. If the knee collapses inward, it's just not as good a stretch, right? So the idea here is to sort of maximize the quality, maximize the quality of the moment. So this leg is straight. I'm trying to lift up the arch so I can see some space between the floor and my arch, putting energy in the back side of my foot there, the pinky side, and push it. So I'm trying to separate all this stuff. And then I go to the other side, make a nice, easy adjustment. Hopefully you can still see me, all right? So again, the outside of my foot, the pinky side of my foot is that knife edge side. Trying to get that close to the ground. A lot of people roll to the inside. I don't know if you can even see that foot, right? So they're like, no, that's no good. You're not getting the most out of that. So you're trying to lift the arch, drive the knife side, push the knee over the ankle, yippee-yi-yay, coyote, row. You know what I mean? Dropping down. So we're working on the flexibility, range of motion stuff. So some of you are in your 20s, some of you are in your 50s and or 60s. The people in their 50s and 60s who don't do this will never know what it's like to go back in time. All right, back to center. Those of you that do this get to go back into time. Now with my legs super wide, I'm going to collapse forward, down again. I'm going to inhale up with flat back. Fingertips on the ground. I'm going to inhale both those arms up nice and tall. Look how wide my legs are. Reaching up, bring the hands to prayer, step the feet in. All right, so from here, inhale up. Exhale, hang down. Good. Your feet are, under your hips. Inhale halfway, hands on shins. Exhale, hang all the way down. Reverse the swan dive all the way up. We're going to do a couple more of these, really simple. Arch back or reach up. You don't have to go back if you want to. That feels nice for me. Exhale, hang all the way down. You can see we're starting to get busy. You never just jump into Warrior 3 with yoga. That's what I love about yoga, at least my experience is you get all this nice, mellow, slow, easy, get into it stuff. Inhale halfway. Back is super flat. I have a mirror. I'm working it, right? So I'm pushing the knees back, feeling that in the hamstrings. Working on trying to arch and or flatten my back. Exhale, rounding down, looking at your kneecaps, and then strong core arms. Come on up. Reach up, inhale, exhale, arch back, or reach up, hands to prayer. You see, I already feel better than I did when I was whining about my level 4-5 vestibular stuff. I mean, the power of the breath is sick. It's so important. Most of us use like a third of our lungs. Like, I'm scared. Oh, life is hard. Oh, I don't want to take a deep breath. Oh, the world. Oh, my child. Oh, my kid got a tattoo on his forehead. I don't know what I'm saying. Inhale up. Exhale, hang down. Oh, flat all the way down. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, hang down. Reverse that swan dive all the way up. Arch back, hands to prayer. Step your left foot back. Not far, not far. Right toes forward, left toes on an angle. Hips are square. Both legs are straight. Pull the kneecaps up. Inhale here. Here comes that gorgeous hamstring stretch. You're going to want to bend that front knee. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You want to do it. Don't do it. All right, I'm hanging down. Oh my gosh, where is the ground? It is so far away. This is where I wish I had even shorter legs. So here I'm pushing the right hip bone back, pulling the left hip bone cheek forward, right? And then now this kneecap is going up. Quads are being flexed, hanging down. And just getting into it, man. Just being here, simple, basic. I'm not doing a mud run here. I'm not on a mountain bike trail. I'm just shutting up in my mind and being present
and hanging down and feeling the sensation of this. Working at getting lower and hanging and breathing and gravity and a whole friggin' 9 yards. Down, looking at that kneecap. Hello, kneecap. Hello. Really pushing this leg straight. And if I do this properly, and I really work at feeling it and getting better, the clock goes the other way. Other way. Other way. Biologically, the other way. Now lift your toes here. Just your toes. Feel that little sensation. And if you want, you can even lift your whole foot off the ground, dorsiflexing that foot. That's some bonus stuff going on right there. Clock goes even further back. You're now all embryos, if you can pull this off. Down, step the other foot forward, match feet, inhale halfway up, flatten, 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 flatten. Exhale, hang down. Look at the kneecap, reverse the swan dive.
Oh! Reach up or back, hands to prayer. See, right there, I was totally in the moment. Right there. Like, everything was all right. Right now, I don't know about right now. Right now, it's not as good. Step the right foot back. All right? That's it, man. Just trying to find that place every once in a while in your life filled with all the mass confusion. So, not a big lunge here. Both legs are straight. Pull the kneecaps up. See my hips. Inner thighs are touching. All right, inhale up. Let's see what this side's like, because I bet it's different than the other side. Hang all the way down. And, oh, damn, my feet are a little too close together, so I'm going to step the other one back. Yes, most certainly different than the other side. So I'm going to wiggle the right hip bone forward. I'm going to push the left butt cheek and hip back. And I'm going to hang out down here. Now, if you do have a yoga block, you know, this is a chance to use it, right? A little stability here. And whatever you want to do, it's not a stagnant thing. Like a lot of people get in these little asanas, postures, asanas, poses, whatever you want to call them. And they feel like they're not allowed to move. You're allowed to wiggle and move and breathe and grunt. You're in your house. Who gives a crap? But, you know, you can swear. You're allowed to swear in yoga. Hey, who made the rules? Oh, God, Jesus. What in the golly, you son of a... Tony, you are a hideous rat. Whatever you want to do. All right. I don't recommend all that. I would try to just keep it mellow. It's probably better. There, that yoga block. I don't need that anymore. So I'm down and I'm breathing, I'm hanging out, and I'm trying to straighten, especially this front knee's going to want to bend. A couple more breaths here, everybody. Step that right foot forward. Match those feet. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, hang all the way down. Reverse that swan dive all the way up. Hands to prayer. Yeah, if we could all just leave ourselves alone, you know? We're so hard on ourselves, I think. You know, and sometimes you need to be so you can kind of kick yourself in the butt so you can get more done. I get that. And certainly leave other people alone. Holy smokes. Think of all the wasted time and energy that goes into your opinions about people and things. Especially what's going on now. It's like, you know, us against them or whatever that is for you. What if we just stop that and do that? Like, you know, like everybody just backed off by 10%. It'd be awesome. You know? You could be in the moment more often, I'll tell you that much. So you ready for a couple of Surya Namaskara A's? Sun Salutation A's. Are you ready for that? A little flow. So Shauna calls this meathead yoga. I'm going to go at slow speed here. We're just going to do right side, left side, warrior one, come out of it. Warrior two, we're going to have maybe break a little sweat here. We're 20 minutes in, you know what I mean? So for some of you, it's like, all right, Tony, get on with it already. For others, it's like, I am digging this. This is just standing here is fun. So that's what you get. You get different every time. Inhale.
You're going to feel this little section though, if it's been mellow so far, which it has, it's going to change slightly. So hang down, hang with me.
Good. Inhale halfway.
Exhale, place your hands on the ground at the front of your mat. Index fingers are parallel. A lot of space between your fingers. We're going to, little tutorial here. Step back to plank. In plank, shoulders are over the wrists. Butt is engaged. From here, downward dog. So when you go from plank to downward dog, don't do a whole lot of hand or feet adjustment so that you can get more comfortable. We're going to go back to plank. So when I went from plank to down dog and then from down dog to plank, my hands or feet did not move. Occasionally, I will move my feet an inch forward toward my hands just a little. But in general, it's something that you're really, you know, if you want to be precise, not supposed to do. Downward dog. Again. So here, it's hard for me to get my arms straight from 1,000 years of, lifting weights and things got in my way here for my flexibility. Doesn't mean I can't work on it, but I know it's not perfect. Trying to get my ankles as close to the floor as possible. Legs are straight, sticking that booty into the sky. Trying to push your torso, armpits, forehead, nose, chest closer to the mat. Back to plank. Here's our little prep before we go through our salutation. Trying to turn the eye of the elbow, the inside of the elbow toward you. Right? Pushing the floor strong. Here we go again. Downward dog. Now, you can keep your feet here and move them a little closer together. I don't care. Raise the right heel into the sky. Sky, 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 sky. You don't have to be a psycho about it. Bring the shoulders over the wrist, bring the knee into the chest. Turn the back foot down. Warrior one. So in Warrior one here, this first little right side, left side, we're going to get it pretty first. So back leg straight, knee over the ankle. Watch out for this. Open that up. Chest is up, shoulders square, hips are square, arms go out. Arms go up. If you want, you can clasp except for your index finger and point those to the sky. Arms go back. Get your biceps as close to your head as possible, close to your ears, and you can look forward or you can look up. Hands to prayer, hands to the floor. Let's go through that very first vinyasa of the day. Boy, do I feel plyo from Wednesday, still on Saturday. Holy smokes. Slide that foot back without raising the hips. Move the shoulders over the fingertips. Elbows go back, military style push-up. Chaturanga, get on top of your feet, upward dog. Ah! Shoulders back, chest is up. So I'm going to get on top of the toes. I'm going to do my push-up here. You don't have to, of course. There it is, downward dog. Let's pedal the feet here because we haven't done that yet. Right one goes down, left one goes up. Switcheroo, left side. Arms are straight. Let's do the right side. Again. Let's do the left side. Again. Let's do the right side. Leave the right side down and add the left side. Both are down. Good. Keep the feet there, bring them closer together. Float the left heel into the sky. Up, 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 up. And then bring the shoulders over the wrist, knee into the chest. Don't stub your toe. Turn the back foot down. Get your stuff, your lower half together first. So I noticed how much tighter my hip flexor is on this side, so it's harder for me to get my hips square here, so I'm going to have to just breathe and work and wiggle. I'm doing the wiggle, man. So I think I've arrived. Good. Knee over the ankle, back leg straight, toes of the right foot going off on an angle, that way, right, which allows this hip to come forward, arms go out. Now last time you did this time, what? Is it still possible? I have to adjust my thumbs too? This feels completely foreign. Up you go. Much, much tighter here for me. Trying to clean this up a little bit. Trying to get those biceps close. I feel this in my tricep, in my lat, in my shoulder on the right side. Trying to get my hips square really hard, working on it. Looking forward or looking up. Not holding my breath. Drop, 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 drop. Reach, reach, reach. Reach. Feel that stretch in every direction. Hands to prayer. Hands to the floor. On the ball of the back foot. Do not raise the hip as that foot slides back. Chaturanga, upward dog. Go through your vinyasa. Chest up, shoulders back. Crown of the head tall. Here's the push-up if you want. Downward dog. Good. Bend the knees. Walk the feet to the hands. Inhale halfway up. Flat back, straight legs. Exhale, collapse forward best you can. Reverse the swan dive. All the way up. Fingers high, fingers back. Bring the hands to prayer. So that was our slow motion. Make it pretty. Right and left. Warrior one. Salutation. Can you dig it? Now, I'm just going to flow. We're going to do right side, left side, right side, left side. Two each. Come up like this. Chat. And then I'm going to do the triple whammy. All right? Back to basics. So I already got a little perspiration happening. I got no air conditioning. I got the fans on low. I wanted to feel this today. I wanted to create some heat. And heat means, here's your clock. Because normally it's just going this way and you're getting older and then you feel and look like crap. So what we're doing here is we're beginning to do things physically that affect the mental and emotional state of who we are as human beings, so that when we're done with this practice in 40 minutes, we have moved the biological clock in the opposite direction. Come on. And what's that costing you? $0. Just some time and effort and willingness to believe that what I just said is true. Now, if you think it's baloney, then you're probably not here. You know what I mean? You're somewhere else. Let's do that double whammy, huh? Shall we? Little flow, little breathing, little perspiration. Yippee-yi-yay. Come on. Inhale up. Exhale, hang down. Inhale halfway up. Hands on the floor, still stepping back. We can jump back later. Chaturanga, upward dog. As you can see, the speed is picking up. And then my push-up. Downward dog. Float that right heel. Sky, 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 high, high, high. A little bit higher this time than last time because you're more warmed up. Pull the chin, the knee to the chest. Foot goes forward. Back foot down. We're going to be in warrior one for just a brief moment. Make it as pretty as possible. Go as low as you can. Reach as high as you can. Hands to prayer. Hands to the floor. Foot goes back. Chaturanga, upward dog. Going through that vinyasa. Here's your push-up. Downward dog. Good, good, good. You're taking your picture right here. Make it nice. Left heel. Sky, sky, sky. Up it goes. Knee to the chest. Bring it through. Back foot down. Hips are square. Arms are up. Look up. Hands to prayer. Hands to the floor. One more on each side, then we take our little break. Chaturanga, upward dog. I feel better already. Push up for me. Downward dog. Right heel sky, high, high, high. Bring it up, swing it through. Notice the changes. How do you feel now that you're moving and you're grooving? Back foot in the right spot. Drop low, make it sexy. Hands are high. Look up. Hands to prayer, hands to the floor. Vinyasa time. Chaturanga, upward dog. Who are you with it? Who are you without it? Two different people. Downward dog. Left side. Float that left heel. Give me some height. What do you got? Bring it through. Back foot down. Warrior one. Feel free to look up. Drop that lower in that lunge. Hands to prayer. Hands to the floor. On the ball of the foot, slide that leg back. Chaturanga, upward dog. Here's my push-up.
Downward dog. Own this for a second. So notice if you're feeling better, feeling worse, exhausted, invigorated, what is it? If you want right now, child's pose, here it is. I'm out. I'm out, I'm out, I'm out, I'm child's pose, got it. If not, you're back. I'll give you a moment or two, a breath or two in either one. And now we're gonna do our first jump up to our hands. You can still walk up to your hands, that's all right with me. So I'm gonna look at my hands, bend my knees, get on the balls of my feet. I'm gonna jump forward and up at the same time. I'm gonna land with my feet fairly close together. Here goes. Believe I can, and ready, go. Ooh, that was a big pop. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hang down. Reverse the swan dive all the way up.
Reach up or back. Your choice. Hands to prayer. That's good, man. That's good stuff. All right. Single, single, double, double. Are you ready for the triple, triple? Because that's next. So you're going to stand here, shake it out, loosen it up, not judge it, be in the moment. Glad you're here, glad I'm here. I don't know how many of you are actually doing this. Some folks are just checking in. Oh, what's Tony doing? Oh, he's alive. Huh? Yoga. Huh? See you later. Others are actually here with me, standing on a mat in your bare feet in your house with your hands in prayer, listening. Maybe judging a little. That's fine. I'm cool with it. Fine. Can happen. But, you know, maybe if you are, get rid of that. Get rid of the judging. Judging. Ugh. Stupid. You know? You ready for the triple? Triple whammy? You ready to go? You know what I'm going to do here? Just a hair. Just a hair. Wait a minute. Did I screw that up? Let's see. I think that will be okay. All right, you ready, everybody? 3 times around. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Little break, and then we'll do some other fun stuff, okay? 33 minutes in, even with all the chatter. I feel better. Hope you do as well. Inhale with me. You're breathing, you're present. You're not judging. Hang down.
Inhale halfway up. Exhale, hang down. We're going to jump back here for the first time. So if you've already stepped back into plank, that's fine. Hang out there. Otherwise, you're going to jump back. You're going to bend. You're not going to, definitely not going to jump back and then land with straight arms. Too much jolting into the joints. You don't like joints jolting. It's terrible. So from here, I'm going to transition the weight from my legs and my feet to my hands. I'm going to get my shoulders over my fingers, up on the balls of my feet. And I'm going to do more than just jump back. I'm going to jump up too. You know, I don't have the Ted McDonald float, but I'm going to try to really make this smooth as I can. Do your best and forget the friggin' rest. 3, 2, 1, and go. Upward dog. Here they come. 3 times. Push it. Down dog. Right leg goes up. Swing it through. Back foot down. Warrior 1. Hands to prayer. That's 1 out of 5. Leg goes back. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Breathe, relax, be present. Push up for me. Down dog. Left foot. Sky, sky, sky. High, high up. Bring it through. Back foot down. Warrior 1 on this side. Hands to prayer. Hands down. That is 2 out of 6. Chaturanga. Making our way to the halfway point. Push up for me. Downward dog. Right leg into the sky. High as you can. Swing it through. Back foot down. Warrior 1. Hands to prayer. Remember, child's pose anytime you want. It's okay with me. Foot goes back. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Halfway. Down. Dog. Here it is. Float the left heel into the sky. And bring it through. Back foot down. Warrior 1.
Hands to prayer, hands to the floor. Leg goes back, only 2 more, 1 more each side. Chaturanga, going through that Vinyasa, upward dog. Push up here, downward dog. Right heel, up, 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 up. I can see the finish line. Bring it through. Don't stub your toe. Good, warrior 1. Last time on this side, reaching up. Hey, let's look up on this one. Drop lower in that lunge, hands to prayer. Only 1 more. Hands down, leg back. Chaturanga, upward dog. Chest up, shoulders back. Let's do that. Push up, downward dog. 1 more time. Left leg goes up, 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 and then up, and then all the way up. Shoulders over the wrist, turn the back foot down. Number 6, right here. Up it goes. Reaching up, dropping lower, looking up. Why not? Hands to prayer. Congratulations. Hands down, leg back. Chaturanga, upward dog, everybody. Push up for me. Downward dog. Some of you right here, right now, want to go to child's pose. You may. The rest of us, you're going to work on our cover of Downward Dog magazine positioning. And then we're going to join the child's pose people in a second. But just hang on here. So I'm trying to get my arms straighter, my booty higher, heels closer to the ground. Create that triangle. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Here I go, working on it. Go. Go, go, go. So hard for me. Couple more breaths. And then everyone, child's pose. So, knees are wide, torso drops between the thighs. You're on top of your feet behind you. Big toes can touch or not, doesn't matter. You want to settle down, protect those knees. If your knees are bugging, then you want to come up higher. If your knees are okay, you're hanging out down here. Let's all start with our arms forward, palms on the ground, forehead on the ground. And this is mellow here, just like this, you know, nothing too crazy. And you're feeling those big, deep, healing breaths, big inhalation, big exhalation. And then now, put your arms behind you and then lay either left side or right side, whatever you want to do, I don't care. But I'm on my left side of my cheek. Carefully, slowly come up, and then I'm going to go to the right side. So notice the difference here. If this really feels like it's jacking up your neck, then just keep your forehead on the ground. You don't have to do this. Oh, yeah. 39 minutes, almost exactly, into this thing. Feel that breath, man. Feel the energy with these big inhalations, exhalations here. After that little sequence, my body naturally wants to breathe deeply. It's not like I have to force it. And then from here, come on up, forehead on the ground, reach the arms out. And then use the hands to wiggle your butt closer to your heels. So even though you're reaching forward, you're actually pushing back. See, does that make sense? Reaching forward, pushing back. Right hand slips off the mat, left hand lands on top. And again, use the hands to push your booty closer to your heels while reaching over. There should be a big old stretch all the way down your left side and your left shoulder and lat. A couple breaths here. And then other side, left hand on the ground, right hand on top. Now this right side, my lat, my shoulder, all this, there's so many injuries in here. Arthritis, bursitis, tendonitis, bone spurs, torn labrum, the whole 9 yards. And the reason why I haven't needed surgery yet is because of yoga, that's what. Right? I'm working with what I have, even though it's screwed up 6 ways to Sunday. But all that connective tissue and muscle and bone around all the injuries are making up for the problems that exist in that side. So, all right, back to center, hands and knees. Let's do a little cat-cow, cat-dog, all right here. Shoulders over the wrists, knees under the hips. Inhale up. Look at the sky, booty goes up, eyes go up, rib cage, belly button down. Now opposite direction.
Opposite direction, my chin is touching my chest. I'm looking between my legs. Thoracic spine there between my shoulder blades as tall as possible. And then the other way.
And then exhale back, round.
Out, 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 out goes the air. Out, out, out. Chest. And then in. Come to neutral spine. Some of you just stay here for a second. Others are going to switch your fingers around. So this is not easy for a lot of folks. So I just like to get this. This is really good. So let's say you have golfer or tennis elbow. All right? And golfer, tennis. Golfer on the inside, tennis on the outside. Right? And so now I'm pushing the eye of the elbow, this part, the inside, toward you. Right? And then if this is just crazy and you want to try to do it, move your knees closer to your toes. All right? So that angle isn't as great, that angle at your wrist. If you don't really feel it, then walk your knees back. Oh, trust me, you'll feel it. All right? And then you can stay here and just hang out, or you can rock a little bit. A little rock. It's like that rock that we did with our legs. Little mini rock here, still pushing the eye of the elbow forward. Good. And you can try it with an arch in your back, looking up, or you can try it, you're rocking back and forth with the thoracic spine tall. This is super mellow, very gentle. You don't want to, I mean, honestly, you can get hurt here if you're trying to be a hot dog. Good. You can release that now. All right. And then you can go the other way temporarily. You don't want to rest here. You want to put the weight in your lower half and just feel it. Move the fingers. Good. Shake. You can come up, shake that out. All right, everybody. So we're back down. Inhale up, arch the back. Keep this arch. Walk the hands to the front of your mat. So my chest is forward, my eyes are forward. I got that arch in the back. I'm going to get up on the balls of my feet. And from here, I'm going to try to maintain this upper body position as I make my way to downward dog. All right, so exaggerated booty in the sky. Shoulders are up. Mid back is down. Rib cage is down. And then from here, I'm going to maintain that best I can as I go into downward dog. Good. So bring the feet together, float the right heel in the sky. Bring it all the way up. And turn the back foot down. Come into warrior one. Hands to prayer. Open up warrior two. Warrior two. So warrior two, you know, if you have tight adductors, this knee's going to want to come in. You want to line up the center of your kneecap with that second toe, third toe. Open this up more. Look back, see if you can see some space between your arch and the floor. Knife edge side, pinky side. That's where your energy is. Shoulders lined up with your hips. You're not forward. All right? I'm not going to put you on the hood of my car unless you're lined up. So your arms are relaxed here. It's not like reaching and tension. No, man. It's just right. Super mellow. Hands are loose. Looking forward. Now from here, drop lower and then go into your reverse warrior. Straighten the leg. Reaching back, extending the stretch further. Both legs are straight. With the extended stretch, bend the knee. See how low you can go without dying. Lower than I normally go, and then extend it again. Oh, that's two. Let's do three. Down. Down, 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 down. Extend it again. That's 3 times. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Reach out as far as you can. If you have a yoga block, great. Otherwise, just everybody put your hand on your shin right here. I don't want you reaching for the floor yet. Chest is open, eyes are up to this thumb. Look at that thumb. A lot of you are going to stay here. Some of you are going to grab your block. Here's the great thing about the block. You have that height, you have this height, and you have that height. So I'm going to go with the lowest one. All right, and I'm just going to place my fingertips, all 5, on the block. So I'm going to go from up here to here. Some of you are just going to have your fingertips on the ground, or you're going to stay on your shin. Your choice. So here's my fingers. Chest is still open, but I feel the exaggerated stretch behind my knee. I feel this in my hamstring and adductor. So here I am in triangle pose, right? For me, I want to try to keep this open. Arms straight to the sky, so I'm not doing this routine here where I'm touching the floor, but my upper body looks like crap. I'm trying to keep this open, feeling that in all the right places, an arm up high. Now when I come up, I'm going to come up straight into warrior two, bending the knee,
making sure that the kneecap lines up with that second and third toe, and go. Warrior two. Pretty basic there, nothing too insane, right? We're gonna step that foot forward a little bit so I get my hips square. I'm gonna go to warrior one for a second. But in this warrior one, I'm gonna clasp the fingers again and really get the most out of this. Biceps next to the ear, get that gorgeous stretch. Drop lower, and then look up. And then hands to prayer, and then I'm gonna go through my Vinyasa. Block out of the way, foot goes back. Chaturanga upward dog. Push up, down dog. So, second side, not a mystery at all. We know it's coming. And remember, child's pose is your pal at any time. Do not be afraid. I do not care. I do not judge. I cannot see you. Left heel into the sky. Up, up, up it goes. Bring it all the way through. Turn the back foot down. So, you know, this is different than last week and the week before. Just trying to come up with new strategies and techniques, different combinations, different flows, so that, you know, you go to YouTube, you go, I think I'll do week 18 instead of week 27, or whatever the heck it is. Just so you notice the difference. And you can see what kind of mood I'm in. There we go. Warrior one. We're here for just a moment, trying to make it pretty. Open up. Ooh, hands to prayer, I forgot that part. Let's make that transition. And then warrior two. So again here, breaking this down, trying to find space between my arch and my foot. Knife edge, outer side of the foot, leg is straight. Watching out for this, trying to get that knee to line up with the second and third toe. Good. Shoulders and hips are square, and I'm just relaxing the arms. Doink. And then looking forward. Here comes the triple reverse warrior. Find your depth with this knee best you can. Here's the first one, and then reverse warrior. So on the knees bent here, but we're going to get a reprieve. It's happening right now. Inhale. So with both legs straight, you can really focus on the upper half. Get a bigger stretch. Reaching this arm up and back more. And then now that that's all pretty and perfect, drop that knee down. So I can't see where the knee is tracking. I'm hoping it's wide enough and open enough. And then let's go up for number two. Reaching back, dropping it down. So I think my knee is terrible here, but better here. Dropping lower, back leg straight. Here's number three. Good work, everybody. Number three. Now legs are straight. Let's bring the arms up. Here comes that triangle pose. Reaching out, out, out. I'm much stiffer on this side. I'm gonna get my yoga block where I need it. This side is just harder for me, so that's life. Life is life. Reaching out, reaching out, reaching out. My balance also when I do this is not as good, but I'm not gonna judge that. I'm gonna go down, start with my hand on my shin. Reach up, look up. I'll tell you, that fan going round and round doesn't help me much. So from here, opening up the chest, reaching up, looking at this thumb here. Starting here. Some of you are already gonna be down on the floor with your palm on the ground. I mean, you know, whatever. So I'm gonna make that adjustment inward. I'm gonna start here because this is a tighter side for me. You can see that I don't have the block all the way up, but I'm not down low. So I have that second deepest position on that block, reaching up. Keeping my chest open. Legs are straight and strong. So just because that fan, it screws with my vestibular stuff. And I could judge or I could breathe. I'm gonna breathe instead. Legs are straight, arms are straight. From here, after this next breath, after I'm done chatting, I'm gonna come to warrior two. Ready? 1, 2, 3, warrior two. Good work. Warrior one. Moving that back foot forward a little bit, changing the angle of my foot so I can get my hips square. And then before I finish, arms are up. I'm gonna clasp the hands, but differently this time. So all the fingers and thumb are just in a new weird spot. Reaching up, squeezing my noggin. Hands of prayer.
heel off the ground back there. Leg goes back. Chaturanga, upward dog. Push it. Down dog, everybody. You may walk or jump the feet to the hands. Remember, when you're jumping forward, try to jump up a little bit, not just jump forward a little bit. 3, 2, 1. See if you can put those feet together. Land with your feet together, right between your hands. It's not going to happen for everybody, but so what? That's your goal. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was nice. Inhale. I don't even know what the final result's going to be half the time. Exhale and down. Reverse this one leg all the way up. Reach back, hands to prayer. So we're going to add chair pose to these next salutations. We're 51 minutes in. So I don't want to, do the usual hour and 40 minutes like I end up doing half the time. So I'm going to do one little more sequence, a little bit more intense, add some different stuff. Some half moon, reverse half moon, the good stuff. All right, so are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. So I'm going to do a little mini grouping, and then without standing, I'm going to do another sequence. So this will be a little bit more intense. Remember, child's pose is your friend. Inhale up, drop into chair pose. Chair pose. Knees back, booty back, eyes forward. Look up, hang down. Inhale halfway. You may step or jump back. Remember, if you're going to step back, it's plank. If you're going to jump back, bend those elbows and then land into chaturanga. 3, 2, 1. Upward dog. Push it. Down dog. Right heel up. Swing it through. Stand the ball of the back foot. Whoa. Crescent pose. Some balance stuff for me, hard today. And I'm here anyway, because screw it. Straighten both legs. Crescent pose. All I got to do is breathe. If I fall over, so what? Again, straighten both legs, hands in prayer. That's 2 out of 3 on this side. Crescent pose. Straighten both legs, hands in prayer. On the ball of the back foot, you're going to want to drop it to your heel, but don't. Back again. Crescent pose. Nice work. Hands to the ground, leg goes back. Chaturanga, upward dog. Push up, down dog. Left heel high. Swing it through. Stand the ball of the back foot. Crescent pose. Hands to prayer, straighten both legs. Harder on this side for me. No judgment. Back to crescent. Again, number 2, staying on the ball of the back foot. Both legs are straight. And down to crescent. Reaching tall. Last time. Legs are straight. See all that proprioceptive back and forth and things. It's good for me, man. And you. Back down we go. Crescent pose. We survived. Hands to the floor. Leg goes back. Chaturanga, upward dog, staying present, breathing, not a big deal. Push up, downward dog, float the right heel into the sky. Swing it all the way through. Turn the back foot down. Warrior 1, warrior 2. We're only here for a beat per. Nicely done. Reach out, reach out. Place the hand on the forearm on the thigh. Hand to the sky. Stay open. From here, you can stay here or slip the hand down inside the foot and now reach overhead. Reach back with that arm. Underneath with this, grab the wrists or the fingers. Where are those fingers? Good. Drop lower, open up your chest, look at the sky. The hardest part is coming out of here and going right into warrior 2. All right, a couple breaths here so you feel it. Chest open best I can. 3, 2, warrior 2. Reach out, step forward, half moon. So, I got all 10 fingers. You want a yoga block here, a good time to use it. Arm goes up. My eyes are on the floor right now.
Other leg is parallel to the ground, dorsiflexing that foot, beginning to look toward the sky. Oops, lost it. Trying to come back, baby.
All I have is my breath, working it out. Speaking of which, a couple more. Opening up that chest best I can. One more breath.
Hands to the ground, back lifted leg goes parallel to the ground. Looking at the floor for now, so I got the right foot on the ground, left hand's on the ground, back leg parallel to the ground, this arm reaches up, reverse half moon. And the eyes can follow that hand. Looking up, oh my gosh, it's tough today.
Keep breathing. One more breath.
Hand down, leg down, shake the standing leg. La 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 la. Put that one back. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. Reverse that swan dive all the way up.
I'm sweaty now. Reach up, reach back. Either one, hands to prayer. I'm glad I'm here with you kids, to tell you. I need it today. All right, you ready? One more side and then we're kind of done-ish. 57 minutes in. Inhale, chair pose. Arms forward, arms up. Exhale, hang down.
Inhale halfway. Exhale, hang down between the legs. Good. Place the hands on the ground, bend the knees. It's time to jump or step back. 3, 2, 1. You can jump back and also up best you can. Explode off the balls of those feet. 3, 2, 1.
And then upward dog. That was ugly. Push up, down dog.
Arms straight as you can get them. Float that left heel into the sky. Swing it all the way through. Turn the back foot down.
Warrior one. Almost there, boys and girls. Prayer. Warrior two. Warrior two, easy peasy. Arm on thigh, reach, drop into that lunge further. Reach up, look up to that hand. You may stay here. You can use this arm to push that knee further inward so you can feel that in your adductor. And then some of you are going to drop that hand down, reach that arm forward. Notice the difference between left and right. Hand reaches around, grab that wrist or those fingers, and then drop lower, open up your chest and side. It's so much easier for me. I don't know why, but it is. Like I can do this. The other side is hell, but it is what it is. And after we're here for a little bit, because it's fun, we're going to come right up to Warrior 2 and do our half moons. A couple more breaths. Got some organ music. It's nice. Ready? 3, 2, Warrior 2. Release that foot. Hand on the ground. Straighten both legs. Left hand down, right arm up. Dorsiflex the back foot. Open up the chest. You're going to look at that hand. Best you can. And you're here, and you're breathing it, and you're okay with all of it. You might be falling over, and you might be judging it, but you're going to stop that. You're going to stop that. The falling over, you might not be able to stop that, but the judging, that you can get rid of. So one more breath for me. Try to clean this up a little bit. Hand down, leg is parallel to the ground behind me. Both legs are straight. Right fingers down, left palm up, reaching up. Bringing that chest forward and then looking up to this hand. And I'm here for a few breaths. One more breath. Hand down,
leg down, shake out that standing leg. Woo! Match feet. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, hang all the way down. Reverse that swan dive all the way up. Reach up or back, hands to prayer. Inhale up, drop into chair pose. Hands to prayer, left elbow, right thigh. Palms are in prayer. They are parallel to the floor. Look up past that elbow. If you want to drop lower into this little chair, you can put the hand on the ground, reach the arm up. If you want, you don't have to. Come back, hands in prayer. Booty back, knees back, chest up, eyes up. Chair pose. Hands in prayer, new side. Right elbow, left thigh. Palms can be parallel to the ground. One elbow down and one elbow up, looking up past the elbow. Or you drop deeper into the chair. Place those fingers or palm on the ground. Left arm goes up. Come back around. Place your hands on your knees. You're down super low. Chest is up. Shoulders are down. Eyes are forward. Eyes are up. Chair pose. Stand up. Arch back. Hands in prayer. And contemplate that. That wore me out a little bit. All right, boys and girls. Are we ready for, that is 1 hour, 3 minutes. Quick core moves. You're probably gonna want more. Some of you are like, yay, not so much. Then we do our stretching, then we're out. Nice job through all that. I'm certainly in a better place than I was. Inhale up. Exhale, hang down. Inhale halfway. Good, everybody. Hands on the floor, step back to plank. So in plank, listen closely. Here's your combination. This is all we're gonna do, but it's intense enough. Right knee, right elbow, and back. Left knee, left elbow, and back. Right knee, left elbow, crossing, and back. Left knee, right elbow, and crossing. And that's 4. We're gonna go right, right. Not as bad. Left, left. That is 6. Right, left, cross and hold, 7. Left, right, cross and hold, 8. Always in plank the entire time. Number 9, right, right, and back. Number 10, left, left. We're halfway. Right, right, twisting. 11. Left, right, twisting. 12. Right, right. 13. Left, left. 14. Underneath. 15, hold. And back. Cross under, 16, hold. And back. 17. Right, right, and back. 18. And hold. Here it is, 19, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, back. Left, left, hold it. Left, right, hold it, down dog. Outstanding work, everybody. Float that right heel into the sky, super high. Shoulders over the wrist, bring the knee to the outside of your mat. Bring that right ankle toward that left wrist. Scooch back so that the foot that's lying on the ground appears and feels like it's closer to your hands until you just can't go any further. And here you are in Pigeon. Pigeon seems fair after that little core combo. So the back leg, I'm trying to get it parallel in the mat or centered in the mat.
Your job is to breathe. Right here. Enjoy the stretch. The intense muscle recruitment stuff is over. Congratulations to each and every one of you that were here and actually did this thing. Started out pretty slow, pretty mellow at the beginning, but we picked things up. It's because it's good. And so if you're up here on your forearms like me, or maybe you're still way up here, that's a thing, that's allowed. But if you want to go lower to where I was, and remember, simple things, the knee lines up to the outside of the mat. You shouldn't feel sharp pains in your knee or your hip. So adjust your lower leg and your upper leg. Your leg shouldn't be underneath you. You're not lying on your leg. You need space, and that space is here. See this open space? There's the mat. Some people have their leg here. It needs to go out. So this is how I get to collapse down, because there's nothing in my way to stop me. Come on up. I added a little extra meditative breathing there. So I'm up tall here, gonna grab the left ankle with the left hand, right hand supports, gonna get this quad hip flexor stretch. You pull, you dorsiflex that back foot, pull your heel close to your butt. If this is enough, stay here. If you want more, drop down. And you can even push that knee further back. You will notice a grander sensation. Pulling, 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 pulling. Not overdoing it, and then releasing. Hands on the ground, come on up. Shake out that pigeon leg, that right leg. La, 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 la. Oh. Down dog for a moment. Feet together or not, close together, it's all good. Left heel up. And then bring it through, knee to the outside of the mat. Bring that left foot forward. Use the pressure of the ankle and lower leg there to scooch back so you can really get into the stretch more. Right, so the back leg is in the center of the mat. All right, knee is over here. Here's the edge of the mat. That's where the knee is. There's a lot of space here for your torso to drop down to if you want to get here eventually. Hands are on the mat here. I'm nice and tall. Kind of seeing what's going on here in my boot. So you can stay here or you can get on down here if you like. I like to do it in stages. Checking in. Again, always looking to kind of scooch back more, right? To try to get this lower leg, the fib of this leg forward this way more. Some folks have that beautiful right angle. I don't know. I have to do yoga twice a day for the next 10 years to get there. I just don't do it enough. But I'm pretty happy with the general state of flexibility, so it allows me to do other things without getting injured some of the time. So I'm gonna go down lower now. That's just me, you don't have to. You might not have to keep this open. But again, the hips are square here, even though you have a leg underneath your left, and you don't on the right, but there's a tendency to open up like this. So the side that's over the foot is a mile higher off the floor than the one that's on the other side. So I'm trying to work at getting that square here. Now I'm all the way down. I'm breathing. You're going to hear me do that deep, therapeutic, diaphragmatic breathing again down here, so you can join me or not. So on the inhalation, I'm pushing my belly toward the floor. So in this position, it's not easy. It's harder when you're doing this on your stomach thing. so I'm nice and tall. Whoa, cool. Gonna bend the knee, gonna grab that ankle with the right hand, right ankle, right hand. So you're pulling, you're dorsiflexing that foot, pulling the heel into the butt. If that's enough, then stay here, or you want more, get lower. You'll notice a change. Don't force any of this stuff though, just to be a hero. Just listen to yourself, don't listen to me. Right, it's not a contest. There's no prizes. Pulling, pulling, and releasing, and then just spin that right leg all the way around this side. Yeah, man. So, some of you are going to have your foot on the inside, on your inner thigh here. I'm going to place the foot on top of the thigh. So I'm going to keep my ankle bone away from my patella here. And I want this to be pain-free. I mean, the pressure of the leg creates a certain amount of discomfort, but I don't want bone on bone or anything. So this right leg, literally from the top of my calf into my glutes is just tighter. It's just genetic. My right hip is higher, so my right hip is like this. And so obviously because of that, it puts a lot of strain on here. So the only way I can turn things around is by putting this leg on top of here. And there's still space. There's a ton of space. There's that much space between the back of my knee and the floor. It's not because I have big calves. No, that's not true. It's just that this is so tight, right? So I'm going to reach up and I'm going to collapse forward, bending at the waist, not round, but fairly flat back, and I'm going to grab some part of my lower leg. Now, I don't know about you. You might have your leg on the inside because you're already pretty tight. Even though this is tight, it's more flexible than it was when I was in high school, so that's cool. 45 years ago. Oh my God. So now I'm going to count to 20. Medium pace. So from 20, my goal is to go to the toes, down to my heels. Now for you, it might be to your ankle bones, or just to your toes, But you have to breathe and you have to believe that the breath is doing the job to help you become more flexible. Here's our clock, right? Tick, 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 tick. Now we're going to try to get it to go the other way, biologically. And this 20 count, and this breathing, and this leaning is going to help that happen. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, going to 20, 3, 4, 5. Stay relaxed in the face. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Hold your ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. So you saw I was making, if you were, you're probably in the mood, but if you weren't, you saw the adjustments I was making there. I couldn't get comfortable. This bone here was digging into this one, so I had to move around. But when I got to 20, I was where I wanted to be, and then I held it for a 5 count. So that's good, I accomplished that. Now over here, new side. This side is different. Like you guys can see, look, I'm already here on this side. All right, so it's just, and this hip is more open, so there's not as much pressure of this leg on that leg. So, I worked on my crappy side first, helping improve that. And over here, I'm just along for the ride. You know what I mean? I'm going to enjoy this and go as deep as I can, and that's that, arms up. But I'm still going to land in the same place here before I start counting. So you see where my hands are? So I want to go through the same routine, right side, left side, even though this side's easier. But here goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2 and or 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now hold it there, maximum depth, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Now this knee is on the ground back here. And it was pretty close before I even started. So that just goes to show you how different these two legs are for me. Like you guys, you can see look where this knee comes. You know what I mean? I need like a 45-pound weight to land this leg. And every time I sprint, when I go to a track, this is the hamstring that goes, right? Because it's just not up to speed. So I have to go through a 45-minute warm-up, and it doesn't always work. Que sera. All right, everybody. So here, we haven't done this in a while. I'm going to do a little Baddha Konasana. We are already an hour and 16 minutes in. I apologize. Can't help myself, man. Super tall. We're going to use our spider fingers, and we're going to not round, but fairly flat. And we're going to reach. And I know I'm over because the playlist ended. So I'm supposed to be in Shavasana, and by now. But anyway, thanks for still hanging in. Some of you, all 5 of you, still here doing the whole darn thing. So I'm reaching out here, feeling this in my hips. Good lower back stretch, hip stretch. Just kind of everything. And so I'm trying to keep going. I started here. I'm off my mat, right? And here comes the 10 count. 1, 2, you can round down now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on your back, everybody. Oh, make those circles. They're your first set of circles. Around and around, parallel circles, right leg, left leg, pulling them in, pulling them apart, arms are straight. Knees are bent the whole time. They're moving in opposite directions. It's like a mirror. There's a mirror in the middle here, and just mirroring. It's a word I'm always worried about, mirroring. And then I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to mirror ring the other way. And around and around and around and around and around. Good job. Now, chin up on chest, dorsiflex the feet. I'm going to take care of the spine here. Little rolls here. We're not going to cross the legs and go into chaturanga. Don't worry about that. Here, just take care of the spine. Hopefully you've got a decent mat. This should feel good. Good, everybody. Oh, yes. Nice. Now, turn your lower half into a chair. Look at your right hand. Legs go to the left. Here comes that spinal twist. Let's see how tight I am. We always know how tight I am by how high these arms come off the floor. So you should be able to feel gravity here. You should be able to feel the weight. You know gravity is happening when you can feel the tendons and the muscles in your shoulders and your chest and your biceps. How many is 2 biceps? It's bicepses. It's weird. But there's 2 muscles in there, so they are biceps. You want to say bicep. That's not a thing. It's biceps. So we got bicepses. You notice I don't have much of a filter? You notice that? It just ain't there, man. Few more breaths, deeper breaths. On the exhalation, things should open up a little bit. That arm should get closer to the ground. Here comes one more big inhalation. And then let it go. And finally, it's down. Oh, let's do the other side. So you got 90-degree ankles from your foot to your lower leg, your lower leg to your upper leg. Inhale here, let them fall to the left, looking at that left thumb, chin near the shoulder. Oh my God. Usually this arm is better, but it's not today. Oh, I'm feeling some popping though. My spine, my neck, this is good. I feel a release every time that happens. You know, the crazy thing is that people will go decades, an entire lifetime, and they'll never get a chance, they'll never give themselves a chance to open up and to feel the transformation, the physical transformation in parts of their body that just get tighter and creakier and angrier. And then they go to the pharmacist and doctor. The doctor writes a prescription because he gets money from the pharmaceutical companies to give you some crap that's only going to cause more problems later. It's just so crude and ridiculous. And the arm is down, the legs are down, the eyes are on the thumb, and back to center, everybody. It's Shavasana. You know, you have the power. I mean, you know, sometimes you need a doctor. It's like I'm not a witch doctor, voodoo guy that says you can, you know, cure your own cancer. You know, you can do a lot of things to prevent it, right? Broken bones, gunshot wounds, you know, adhesions. There's things, but there's all this other stuff that we end up with that we don't have to, and we can do a lot about it. You know what I mean? You got to work in concert with specialists, but you have to be part of the solution as well. And any decent doctor these days that wasn't born in the 1930s or 40s, and even a lot of those folks, I'm judging, I shouldn't be, are getting up to speed on this stuff, that how powerful nutrition and supplementation and mindfulness and exercise is. You know, that's what this next program is. It's 4 components, plain and simple. And in past programs, we've had 3, right? We've had the fitness, we've had food suggestions, and we've provided supplements. We're going to do all that, plus this other leg to the table. Look at a table. It doesn't have 3 legs. Stools do. But tables and chairs have 4 legs. And you need all 4, man, to really feel grounded and feel like you can improve as you get older, you know? And that's why we did it. That's why there's yoga. You know, there's not going to be just one yoga session. There's going to be more. There's going to be one big old daddy long one, and there's going to be other shorter ones. You know, the one that you do when you get out of bed in the morning, instead of throwing back a 16-ounce glass of coffee, you roll your mat out from underneath, and then you go and do it, and then you decide whether you want that cup of coffee or not. You know. And other ones that are half hour, and they're there for you, and it's part of the mindfulness practice. Because meditation is amazing, right? Ohms are amazing, but why not move physically while meditating at the same time so you can cover the physical, mental, and emotional all at once, and all you need is gravity, the floor, and you. All right, I'm done. Let's take some breaths, everybody. And get ready, I'm going to do the 1-minute breath hold today. You don't have to do the full minute. I'm doing it for me because I feel short breath a little. I feel, you know, my chest feels a little weird, so this is a test of the emergency chest expansion. Whatever. I was about to say there. So I'm taking deep breaths here, and then I'm going to say, when I say when, we'll take some prep breaths, and then I'm going to count to 60 to myself. I don't know how close I'm going to be, but I'm going to look at the clock and then I'll know. So a couple more breaths, everybody. Lift the belly up. Again. So when I do this 1-minute breath hold, I count to 23 times. So that 60-second ominous thing is, I can break that up, all right, in my mind, and that helps. So here come our 3 prep breaths, and then I'm going to hold my breath for 60 seconds, counting to 20 each time. Here comes that first one. Oh, let it go. Come on, we can do 3 of them. Here's another one. Let it go. You got to challenge yourself, boys and girls. Here's the third one, and we're going to hold our breath after this one. Do it in chunks. 3, 2, hold your breath, and go. And let it go. you've been to Paragon and you were here and you did that, that was easy peasy pie because you got Michael Bradley's amazing class. Super powerful, really good. So dorsal flex the feet, pull the toes to the nose, drive the heels, flex the quads. Reach the arms overhead, not toward the ceiling, but past your ears. Big old reach, you can clasp the hands, go for more, and then recoil it all in, pull the knees in, roll to your right side. Everybody, hang out there. And when you're ready, come up, have a seat, get yourself comfortable. Cross those legs. So you can have a couple options here. You can bring your heels in, if that's more comfortable. You can push your booty back so that your legs are more like this and less in like that, right? So I'm going to try that today. I'm even going to add a yoga block. So if you've got one and you want to sit on one, all right, that lets the hips open up more. You see how that all opened up a little bit more? That's kind of nice. Helps me sit up taller as well. So, rolling Oms 3 times. This yoga class was supposed to be all 1 hour. Nah, it didn't happen. So I was like 4 of you left in here. So rolling Oms, we're going to just do one, and then another one, and then another one, and after 3, check to see how you feel. If you don't open up your mouth, and if you get pushed too hard, and you stifle yourself, and you don't commit, and you leave the room, there's a whole bunch of really important things here. So if you have a certain amount of stress and anxiety and concern and worry and life is difficult, this is one tool that allows you to upgrade your situation. And if it's like not having a hammer in your toolbox. Like, oh, I think I'll whack this nail with my wrench. It's not as effective, right? So let's take advantage of this tool. I'm gonna do those prep breaths again, 3 of them. You know what I mean, that kind of thing. I'll let you know, I'll walk you through it. Big breath here, and then 3 Oms in a row. Don't scream, don't yell, open your mouth. Don't be afraid. Let that out, double breath here. And then triple breath, and then we're gonna triple Om. 1, 2, and after this one, here comes my first of 3 Oms. Hands of prayer. Namaste. Sheesh,
I feel different than when I started. That is for sure. Don't worry, I'm all right. I'm fine. I'm just trying to enjoy it, you know, all of it. Right here. It's not very often that, you know, especially these days, you know, we got this new project, obviously, and you're all part of it, and there's so much work. You know, our team is busting their ass, and you know, it's part, you know, it's like, man, transformation and growth and building things and helping people. It's time consuming. It's strenuous. It's rigorous. It's hard. You know, but it's worth it. I mean, you know, look at Carl Deichler. All right, the CEO of Beachbody. I mean, if I had never met him, ever, like just some dude from Philly, that a friend of ours, mutual friend, introduced us, this wouldn't be, this nothing. I wouldn't have this room, I wouldn't be here with you, you wouldn't know who I am, none of it, man. And, you know, his desire, his work ethic, his, you know, it wasn't a perfect journey. I mean, I'm obviously, I'm not with Beachbody anymore, but I think in the end, you know, I mean, in the end, this is another path that I've taken, and they've taken another path, and it's great. They're doing great. BOD is massive, and more people are doing P90X, X2, 2200 hardcore. They're doing all that stuff on BOD. You know what I mean? I still have that platform there, and so, but just kudos to that organization for what they were able to accomplish and how they went from a non-existing entity. You know, when you build something like that, I mean, dang it, it's really powerful. And we're in the midst of that, you know what I mean? And there's such a learning curve here, and it's so intense at times, you know? And that's why I have this. That's why I have this on Saturdays at 11. Last week was 3. And it helps me. I hope it helps you. And you're going to get your naysayers and your finger pointers and your haters. And that's the thing about the internet. You know, I mean, it's such a two-edged sword. You know, what you're able to accomplish and how you're able to help people and connect people and improve people's lives. And then you've got this element of just douchebags, like they finally get their say. There's no such thing as 15 minutes of fame anymore. The internet changed that. People get a lot more than their 15 minutes, you know. So my job, your job, is to let it, you know, roll off your back like water off a duck's ass, you know what I mean? Just, you gotta let it go. Hard for me, really hard for me. And then, you know, people like when they get under my skin, like, I got Tony Horton, you know. Makes them feel good, right? They go back to their trailer. And they're like, yeah, man, I got Tony Horton. Because I wasn't willing to put in the time and energy and effort that he did, because he lived in a crap hole with no money and in debt, broken down cars. But, you know, I got off my ass, made some changes. A lot of other people, they just want to, you know, you suck. They want to do that. Oh, you're wearing a mask. What an idiot. Wow, it just blows my mind. Blows my mind, man. So, you know, for us to heal, I got to reach across the aisle, man. Not politically, just in general. You know what I mean? Like, I have fans that are Muslim and Catholic and atheist and Republican and Democrat and black and white and so it's my obligation to be able to, you know, bring everybody together. You know what I mean? And this was hard for me today because my vestibular thing was like a 4 or 5 today. And I don't know if it's anxiety. I got tested for COVID, by the way, yesterday. Came up negative, yay. But then, false positive, false negatives, whatever. I'm going to work again soon. I'm in rehearsals. I'm in with a bunch of people. Gloria Nelson, you're awesome too. Thank you. And so when you go back to work and you're with a bunch of people and you're inside, everybody's wearing masks, but I got to take mine off, obviously do what I'm doing. So we want to take that test. And thank God I was negative there. But I'm having a little lung capacity issue. I can feel it. It reminds me when I had asthma, so I don't even know what that is. So that's why the long ohms, that's why the breath hold today. Those were just check-ins for me, Yeah, the comments yesterday were and Caesar, you guys, you watched this presentation, right? So he comes from the Russell Brunson school of getting people to get fired up and motivated about something, And, he's a young kid and he is so ambitious. He's working so hard. He wants this thing to be so successful. It's super stressful for him and his team. They are working 18-hour days, man. And with Shauna too. I mean, poor Shauna, man. I mean, all I do is show up and do free stuff and hit my mark. And I've been doing this 100 years, so it's easy for me. What Caesar had to do was following a formula that he knows it works, right? And yeah, whatever. It was our first time, and the signups have been off the chain. I mean, a ton of people, But if you can see past that and just understand his sincerity and his enthusiasm, because he's an authentic dude, man, 1,000%. I mean, that's the reason it works for me. There's a lot of people that come in front of me, they're like, you're full of crap, you're full of crap, you're full of crap. Oh yeah, you're a slick guy with a fancy, BMW pulled up my driveway with your, He's just a regular dude, man, who's just super in love with what I'm doing, what I've done, how it's helped him. And so I appreciate, your love out to him and your thanks for him, and because he has worked his butt off, you know what I mean? So this thing's going to be cool, really, really. He's adorable. Is that what you wrote? I think so too. I think he's adorable. And yesterday was his birthday, right? And so Sean and I afterward, he was pretty down. He was like, he saw the negative comments, right? He saw those and he was pretty down. There you go. I would hire Caesar today to sell vehicles at our dealership. There you go, man. Truly genuine. He really is. You know what I mean? But his goal yesterday was to show you all the layers of all the different things. I mean, if you're going to pay $29 a month, what the hell are you going to get? Most gym memberships are $29 a month. And so you're going to get more than 12 or more workouts, right? And for 3 months, what P90X was $119. You know what I mean? So there's that. But there's all the components here. We're trying to create value is the deal. You know what I mean? And we're bringing Tasha into the fray, and Michael Bradley into the fray, and Ted McDonald into the fray, and we're going to bring our friend Heather Fitzgerald, who's going to be doing the nutrition aspect of things. Terry, and either you're in or not. Either you can afford it or you can't. You know what I mean? And remember, let's all keep this in mind. This is beta 1. There's going to be beta 2, and then there's the final thing. So we think you're going to be pretty pleased with what you're going to get with beta 1. Right? But these funds, this $29 a month, is to help us, me and some youngsters and my wife. Because, Ned and Jack, who were part of 22-Minute Hardcore and P90X and X3, they're not working for free, right? They deserve to get what they deserve to get. So they charge me about the same thing they charge Beachbody when they go to work. And they deserve it because they work hard and they're really good, and there's nobody better that I know. You know what I mean? There are other folks out there that are pretty dang good. But, if you're working with Ned and Jack, it's just a fun day. You know what I mean? It's super, super chill, and they're professionals. But everybody gets paid. The lawyers get paid. I had one lawyer to start. Now I have 3. Anybody has just, like when I grew up, I'm not going to have a lawyer or a manager or an agent. I'm just a dude that's trying to pay my bills. And, now I have these people that, they're really good. And the insurance, like what if one of you gets hurt doing this thing? And and then you sue me. you need to be covered, and that ain't cheap, so. And I'll be honest with you. You know what a P90X cost 16 years ago to make? That's not the overhead, and that's not all the employee salaries, and that's not all that stuff, which is the things that I have to pay. I'm probably telling you too much. That thing was $750,000 to make that. All right. And X3 was over $1 million. We were on an aircraft carrier, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? At that point, Beachbody was super successful, had all these amazing programs, and $100 bills were flying out of Carl's ears at that point. Just $29 an hour, 29 nonstop. Sorry, I had to stop listening to him. All right. Okay, that's fine. We'd win all your balance balls in the suit. Thank you, Andy, man. I need your help here, Bubba. Yeah, and look, I've always been somebody who's trying to be as honest and sincere and straightforward with you as possible. This is what it is. We're not trying to pull any punches or pull a fast one or any of that baloney, man. I mean, how many weeks in a row have I done free yoga and free plyo? I'd still be doing dance party on Friday, but, Facebook got mad at us because, that's other people's music and we were using it. So I understand that. That's the drill here. So, for example, Andy, who's here, Andy, Tracy Morrow, a handful of others said, what can we do to donate some money to you guys, as investors? We're talking larger sums of money here. And we just, we're just not going to do it that way. It's not how we're going to do it. We're going to do it. The sandbags are not in production, but thank you for that question. All the fitness equipment, we are scrambling to make sure that we hope to have sandbags. That's going to be the hardest thing for us because that was a different company. And now we have to talk to them, get the lawyers involved again to see if we can get the patent for that from them to, make them. The power stands are, in pre-production. We're going to have jump ropes and mats and med balls and things. And, but since we're a new company, and some of you know this already, we're a new fitness equipment company. And because of the pandemic and factories shutting down, there's so much backup. Like all these companies that have been Spalding and like you think of all the fitness equipment companies that have been around for decades and decades. They're in line and they're waiting to get their stuff made. You guys go on the internet, you can see that nothing's available. All right, you can't buy a damn dumbbell or a jump rope on the internet right now. Everything is sold out because gyms are closed. So everybody's buying it all up, and some of these factories are starting to open up, all over the world to try to start making this stuff again. And we are last in line. But we think by the time the final version of this is done, we'll have that stuff. We'll have it for you. Yay, balls. Lindsay writes, oh my gosh. Well, thank you that I was super fun and enlightening. I appreciate that, Mary. You can call me Tony. You don't have to say he. No need to swear, Tony. I know, Gwen. You're right. If my mother was standing here, she'd be saying the same thing. Is it really necessary that you need to use profanity to make a point? What do you think? You're a big shot? You think you're some Hollywood comedian or something? What do you think? You're Sam Kinison? So I agree with you. But every once in a while, I hope I don't ever do it too much. Beachbody's got a guy where he swears up a storm now. Awesome trainer, great guy, P90X grad. Whatever. That you also can mute him. You don't have to listen to that. Gwen, I love profanity. Oh, all right. Well, then that's not, you love profanity. Right on. All right. Well, I do too once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Can't help myself. But you got to be respectful, right? You got to be respectful. And sometimes I cross, how many times do I cross the line? I went off on masks last week. Oh my God. After plyo. And I thought, that was maybe too much. Yeah. I lost my filter. That's why I stopped drinking. I mean, I never had a strong thing with alcohol. I was very fortunate. I don't have an addictive personality that way. But whenever I did, it was too much. So, and besides, do I look like I need booze? No. Is Jimmy Brenton back for the workouts? You know what? Jimmy is kind of in Joel's world. He's in Autumn's world. He's so busy with those two guys that sadly enough, I don't think Jimmy's going to be able to have the bandwidth here to be here with me on this one, but he's killing it, so he's doing great. Tony, Unfiltered, could be a new series. Andy, buddy. Whew. Anyway, yeah, I would lose 90% of my fan base, I think, if I went full tilt on that. Let's see. What's this here? Gwen, I'm catching up with what you're doing, Tony. I'm a little lost. Oh, Gwen. Yeah, I'm shooting a new series. It's a new bunch of workouts. Somebody put up the link for Gwen, if you can, on how to sign up for the new Power Nation Beta 1 workouts so she can catch up. Tony Unfiltered. That's a good name for the pod. Look at you guys. You're filled with, this is why you're part of this thing. Tony Unfiltered. That is a great name for a podcast. Golly. Shauna, Tony Unfiltered. Who said that? That was Robert Hammond. I'm going to have to give you some credit on that. But the remaining 10%, yes. Bunch of maniacs. JoinPowerNationBeta.com. That's JoinPowerNationBeta.com. You know, I always forget because, you know, I'm 62. I had a lobotomy a couple of weeks ago. I always forget the join or the beta. I always say Power Nation. No, it's JoinPowerNationBeta.com. There it is. Look, Big Al. He put up the link for you, Gwen. You're in. I don't know where we are. We averaged, as of this morning, all the way through the night, which is kind of amazing. People from around the world, because this is available to everybody. Thank you for the link. You're very welcome, Gwen. Welcome aboard. We're going to max out around 5,000 people. And as of this morning, we had about 4 people a minute sign up on average for the last, well, not 24 hours. It was 4:44 last night. It's 1:30 now. But that's, you know, pretty impressive. You should see. And a lot of people are getting the upsells and stuff, which is really cool. You know, there's, I think, 2 or 3 of them. So Dallas in the house down there. You're from Dallas, Texas. I got some friends from that area. Fantastic folks down there. My friend, oh my God. That's good. I shouldn't have said anything because Robert Hudgens. Good dude. He and I did a military tour. We went to Kosovo. That was intense. Terry, I like Terry Walker and Terry Gooch. Terry, quite contrary. How do your gardens grow? Are the Power Nation Beta Group memberships workouts not? Well, they will be. They will be, Dennis. You got to sign up first. So you're going to get a batch of 6 of them that you're going to be doing for the first. We have decided whether it's going to be 3 or 4 weeks. So that's coming. And then you get another batch. You know, very similar to the other programs. My sister Kit wrote to me and she said, please don't stray too far from the original X, X3, and X4. And, you know, of course, there's so many things that we can't do there because I don't own that. Beachbody owns that. They own all the entire X series. So we have to make it different. You know what I mean? But what is that right there? What's that say there? A lot of studies show that the use of profanity shows a higher intelligence. Y'all. Well, I don't know. I used to be dumb as a rock and I swore all the time. I'm slightly brighter now, and I swear just as much. So, you signed up last night, Dennis. Thank you. The gardens grow well. Thank you, Tony Horton. Thank you, Terry. Does the Power Nation sweatshirt come in sleeveless? You know, we haven't made those decisions yet. The swag stuff and what it is and how much it is, whether we have caps or baseball or all that stuff, comes with, like, so we have these tiers. How many people sign up? How much money do we make? Where does that money go? Production and casting and all that and media. That's where, you know, that's the most expensive stuff. So that's where it has to, and then whatever falls in lower than that, that's where swag goes and other little things, right? So initially it might be a t-shirt and a ball cap because that's all we can afford, you know? If you notice Beachbody early on, I mean, a lot of you guys might not have been around early on, Mr. Mandeville, they didn't have all these other ancillary, supercalifragilistic, side fun things. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a whole P90X line of clothing that was out for about 5 minutes with Beachbody. It's not easy to do. It's really freaking hard. And, you know, that all went away, right? But, you know, good for them for giving it a shot. I wish it still existed. And the quality of that stuff was ridiculous. I don't know if you know a brand like Arc'teryx or it was like between Under Armour and Arc'teryx, which is a sort of a, or a Stio is another one. Some other brands that are out there that are sort of outdoor. Mammut, you know Mammut? It's a European brand, high quality, beautiful stuff. You know what I mean? And maybe they shot too high. You know what I mean? And they went for the sun, and the wings melted. But it was beautiful stuff. It's not easy to do. So the swag department, the short answer is probably T-shirts and ball caps. And if you get more and more people to sign up, then we have more money in the coffer, and then we can kind of go to town on that kind of thing. But remember, we got to pay people too. I got to pay Caesar. He has a team of 7 people. You know what? That nut every month is they have to get paid. They don't get paid, they don't work. The whole thing goes away. And then I have to move into a van down by the river. I still have clothing from Beachbody too. It's beautiful stuff. I have a pair of shorts, some of my favorite pair. Some P90X shorts. They were cool. Tony, Unfiltered could cover a lot more than simply fitness and wellness. Could cover a lot of the things that you're curious. Yeah, and Andy, that's exactly what we're hoping to do, dude. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Am I some kind of mindfulness guru? No, but I've been around for 300 years, and there's some things that I do that work really well for me. Beanies would be cool. Wouldn't that be nice? Power Nation right across here, and the star right there. Power Nation star. That'd be neat. Beanies, Mary. You and I are on the same page. I love that you love being at the beginning of this new adventure, Tony. Well, you're going to make me cry. That's weird. That's weird. Okay. That's funny. You almost got a tear to come out of that eye, Cynthia. That's kind of cool. Thank you. Beanies, everybody. All right. I don't know, before I start bawling. You guys rock. Only 112 of you. But pass it on. If you haven't signed up, please do. We're working our tails off here to make this thing just really special for everybody. And it's an honor to have you here. Tank tops. I stopped wearing tank tops. My 62-year-old body, tank tops. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? I'm sort of a high and tight t-shirt guy, really. That's about all I can do right now. You notice when you get in your 60s how your skin just goes to crap. Just, oh my God, it's just whatever. But I still got the hair, baby. That's good. Can't have everything. It's so interesting. If you start crying, I will too. That's awesome. One of the many tiers for the first raffle was people who had, these tip of the days that were specific to their needs. And a lot of older folks are like, hey man, how do aches and pains and what do I do? And my skin and I got pudge here. And, as a 62-year-old, and I can't believe that I graduated high school almost 45 years ago. Seems like yesterday. Like life just goes zipping by. And there are things that we can all do, obviously. You're doing them with me. And diet is huge. And lack of booze is huge. And meditation is huge. And good sleep is huge. And dealing with your stress is huge. And being consistent with your exercise is huge. And being forgiveness is huge. And patience is huge. And not looking through the world through a pinhole because you're getting older and angry is huge. There's just, and my answer is you just need to learn more. When you're younger, you're a neophyte, right? You're a dweeb, you're fresh on earth, you're more resilient, you're more durable, you know what I mean? You've only been on the earth for a while. It's easier, right? I mean, you're poor and you're trying to find a mate and trying to get through school, and there's the trials and tribulations of that. But as we get older, and most of you are, and you want this ride to be pretty good till into your 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. Now, I'm not in my 70s yet. I'm not in my 80s yet, but I'm not that far away. So I'm trying to do all the things I can to soften the blow. And I've been pretty successful so far. I got hit with, the shingles in my ear because I wasn't dealing with the stress of what was going on. And you guys saw my presentation, right? And you've seen the commercials for Power Life. I mean, I just keep on, nose to the grindstone, learning on how to buy a puppy. We got free. Francesca. You know that. You've actually pet them here at the house. Charlie Bear. Without Charlie Bear, I would look 10 years older for sure. So you got to do more. You got to learn more. You got to be more consistent, and it's harder. What a bummer. Like, you wish that wasn't the answer. You know, I mean, you would just think, where do I get a break? But you got to be, you got to be enthusiastic about the growth process. You got to be enthusiastic about knowing that the transformation process takes longer as you get older. I'll share some podcast recommendations for you to think of examples for format, length, and style. Andy Smith in the house. Andy bought one of the, half-hour chats. We had a nice one yesterday, a little bit longer than a half an hour, but we enjoyed chatting together. Good guy. We're going to ski together, aren't we, Andy? For sure, that's happening. Oh my God, can you imagine? Thank you, Chris. I got a mellow Saturday today, so I don't mind here hanging out with you guys. I mean, Drea is back, Jay. Drea will be in one of the Beta 1 workouts. Drea is in I believe, the heart, lungs, legs workout. I think she's in that one. Oh my. Oh, I fixed it. I don't know where I am. There you go. Anything for women of 48, not easy to lose weight. Eat healthy, no sugar, no flour, no meats. Paula. Yeah, I know. Intensity is important. Variety is important. Sleep is important. A lot of people aren't getting enough sleep. Their circadian cycles are out of whack, right? So if you're not getting enough REM sleep and deep sleep right during the course of an evening, then your body holds on to the excess fat because it thinks like, well, why aren't you letting me rest? That's weird. Here's the thing that you want to pay attention. I'm going to give you the last tip of the day. These 3 things that I think I've been talking about a lot lately. Hydration, nutrition, sleep. Hydration, nutrition, sleep. So hydration is just drinking, 8-ounce glasses of water a day. Most people don't drink water at all. They drink soda pop or shakes or something. They don't randomly just drink. So I have a little glass. It's maybe 8 ounces. I fill it up and go douche. And then 3 hours later, I fill it up and I go douche. And I never used to do that at all. And I used to cramp up and my skin used to get really dry. And that's starting to improve. And, and every time I get blood work, are you drinking enough water? No. All right. So it seems almost too easy because it's free and we all have it. And getting some kind of filtered water is good. If you're still drinking water out of your kitchen sink or something, you might want to put a filter on that thing, man. Who knows? The municipalities will say, our water's great. It rarely is when they test it. You know what I mean? Whatever. So water's important. And nutrition is macros and micros, right? It's the quality of the food that you're eating. And if it's filled with fat, sugar, salt, and chemicals, and it's exclusively coming out of bags, boxes, bottles, and cans. Now, there's a lot of healthy food that comes out of bags, boxes, bottles, and cans. Most canned food, I think of all those 3 categories, canned in general isn't so terrible. But if it's always chips and crackers and whatnot, I mean, you can get nuts in a can and you're good to go. You can get, Shakeology in a bag and you're getting high nutrition. You can get my stuff in bottles and containers that are, we work hard as hell at making that great. But just, you know the difference between the healthy versions and the unhealthy versions, right? Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, and lean proteins. Like, does anybody here not know what those are? You know what I mean? And where do you go to make them taste good enough so that you want to eat them over and over and over again? Right? If in your mind you think that healthy foods taste like crap and when you eat them, all you want to do is eat something out of a bottle, can, box, or bag that's filled with fat, sugar, salt, and chemicals afterward, then you got a problem. All right? So there are these things, they've been around forever. They're called spices and sauces, right? So you go to the grocery store and you look at the label and go, and then you taste you can put salad dressing on things other than a salad. You know what I mean? Mark Sisson's Primal Kitchen stuff is really good. Those are really healthy ingredients on those salad dressings and stuff. Put those on your vegetables and freaking eat them. Or air fry them or whatever. Put them in a pan with some avocado oil or in the oven. You put avocado oil in a pan and put a bunch of broccoli and stick it in the oven and eat that. And broccoli tastes good when it's kind of crunchy around the edges, you know what I mean? There are things, and we're going to give you all that. That's what you're paying for. That's what the $29 isn't just workouts with Drea and me and Bobby. You know what I mean? We're going to be shooting videos. Sean and I, we're working on a concept right now for you to kind of create value. I shouldn't tell you what it is, because if we decide that we don't have the bandwidth to do it, then I'm going to get in trouble. But we're working on doing some videos where you get to watch us cook. Not me, Shauna. All right? And then you just go and do that. You look at the video, and you watch us, and then you go do it. And then I'm also going to do some stuff for people who don't like to cook. I'm not a cook. I don't want to cook. I want to order out. Right? So I'm going to give you stuff that's so freaking simple that all you need is a brain, and you'll be able to do it in less than 10 minutes. I mean, who wouldn't want that, right? Who wouldn't want some less than 10 minute, I have a brain, quick little meals? You know. Gwen loves cooking videos. Well, you know what, Gwen? I'm going to give you a cooking video with me swearing. That's it. Then you're just going to go like, holy son of a... This mother friggin' recipe is so gosh darn yummy. Not vegan, plant exclusive. I eat a ton of vegan meals. I love vegan meals. I have a plant-based, gluten-free, soy-free, corn-free, plant-based protein powder. But that ain't everybody, all right? So I ain't gonna preach one or the other because everybody's different. I eat all kinds of meals. Shauna made me some ground beef veggie tacos, and the tacos were made out of cauliflower, because I don't do corn or wheat or soy or dairy these days. And so, yeah, and then what do? You take the beef, you don't put it in, and you put lentils in. That's solved. Something for everyone. We all get along. We all support each other because we're different, and it's awesome, and we are okay with that. Tony, the unfiltered chef. There you go, more good ideas. Yeah, plant-based, sure. So it's good. Keto. That's your thing, and you're not in trouble, then good. Paleo, that's your thing. You know, good paleos eat a lot of vegetables, for sure. So, yeah, those tacos are ridiculous, dude, ridiculous. All right, I should probably go have my post-recovery beverage. Yay! We're only, what is it? Yeah, you were like 2 hours into this thing. I have no idea. Thank you all for hanging out, listening to me. Enjoy our conversation. And, yeah, Dr. Gundry knows his stuff, man. Really, really good. He is on it. I sing a tune. Come on, flat top, he come. Grooving up slowly, he got choo-choo, I'm all he want. Holy roller, he got held down to his knee. Got to be a joke, guys. Anyway. I feel better now after that yoga than I did before I started, because when I woke up this morning, I felt asthmatic and tired and sore and beat up and crappy and ornery and sad and depressed and lonely. Well, not all those things, but I do feel better. And I thank you for joining me, and we carry on. Thank you for your support. Pass on that link to others so we can raise enough bread to make this thing the bomb diggity that you want it to be, that you deserve. All right? Tony Horton. Ding, dong, the witch is dead. Over and out.